Welcome back, friends.
Hi.
Indie Arena Booth is slowly coming to an end.
Slowly.
We've got a couple segments left, and for now, we are joined by the wonderful developers of, you guessed it, judging from the background, Little Big Workshop. And the game's been out for a while. There's been a lot of community, created content. It's super interesting what you guys have done with the game. Mm-hmm. It is now coming to console, as you've heard yesterday.
Yes.
And since the original devs are with us, maybe we can talk a little bit about the future of Little Big Workshop as well. That's going to be interesting. Mm-hmm. But for now, let's head on over to the two guys, and here we are. Why don't you introduce yourselves? Welcome.
Hey guys.
Welcome.
It's awesome to be on the stream. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. So I'm Simon at Mirage Game Studios. I'm the lead designer, so to speak, one of the founders of the company. I'm here with.
I'm Toby, and I'm lead artist at Mirage Game Studios.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So just cool to be a part of Gamescom and hang out with you guys.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you. So, from a developer's point of view, how was the experience of seeing your game finally? You've been working on it for a long time, right? Overall, how's the experience been of seeing your game finally out there in the players' hands, and what they've done with it, what sort of funny and even silly things sometimes they came up with?
You wanna?
The thing is, when you develop a game over so many years, you kind of lose like an objective like this is what it is. So of course we tried to make as good a game as possible, but it was so cool to see people like enjoying it and watching the live streams and the let's plays and such. It was just an unreal experience.
For sure, yeah, for sure. I can imagine.
Yeah. It's such. The release is really an emotional roller coaster when it comes to letting it out there. You're obviously proud of your work. You think this is good. You feel like this is a good game after all, but you don't know yet. And then when the first reviews come in, it's always the whole team is gathered around. It's just an awesome thing that happened, and it's really good, cool experience for the company.
Yeah. I can imagine for sure. Talking about the release, there's been a small, well, let's not call it a mishap, but a happy accident maybe.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened? We've got video proof. We'll show that in a second, but maybe first explain to us what kind of happened there.
The release itself was quite good. I think it went out as it should be, but behind the scenes there was a bit more exciting than we might have liked. so yeah, I think just roll the clip and we can
all right,
fill it in.
All right, we'll roll the clip and then you'll be able to explain. Okay, hold on a second.
10,
You got a countdown.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I know what's gonna happen.
1.
Publish now.
Yes.
Release my app.
Herrejävlar.
You do not have the appropriate permission to perform this action.
Oh no.
Det var inte vårat fel.
Wonderful. Okay, so what happened there?
I'm getting PTSD as we watch this thing. It turns out we weren't actually allowed to push the. Also, the account we had wasn't actually approved for doing the release button push, and that was at the end of all the confirmation things. So yeah, that was a short moment of panic and a bizarre feeling at the office. I think I was out. We were in the big room of the studio. We were back in those days, and I think I was out of the room by 2 seconds after the red little message came on. I was just, get the producer. So I have no idea what happened in the room after that. So I mean, you were there. I think you were the guy shrieking the most. I think you were like, no!
Yeah, the thing is, there's always like bumps in the road, and we had planned this party, so we got like champagne and like confetti and stuff, and we had our friends over. We had put up this game screen on all the monitors so we could see like we were so excited we're gonna press the button. We did the countdown and everything, and then just no.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
It's so cruel that they put that after all of the verification.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that happened, but yeah.
I think,
Such a tease.
I mean, it's consider this our feature request if someone on Steam is watching. I think it's a good idea to put that earlier on. Well, yeah.
Yeah, at least warn people early on. Yeah.
But in there, we got it out by the, I think it was 7 or 6 p.m. I can't recall. But we got it out when it was supposed to be out because our lovely producer Thomas was on the standby, so we could just smash the button for us. So it got out. I don't think anyone noticed, but I can imagine maybe the routines will be different for the next release.
Well, it actually affected us as well in the long term, because now, when we're streaming for any game release right now, and we know that the game will be live during our stream, we always tell people, hey, the game's supposed to be live right now, but maybe give it 5 minutes or so. You never know.
Yeah,
just in case.
So we're like a warning example for the rest of the
So
community.
if you can't get it right now, don't be upset. It'll be there like within 5 minutes, I promise. So.
Refresh.
Well, yeah, it got out and was. I mean, as soon as it got out, the whole team goes on standby really when that happens. We didn't have a concrete plan for what to do right after release. Like, we're gonna release this thing. This is the plan to do. We just let's wait and see how this works out and hope for the best. That was our view, more or less. So yeah, it was. I think the whole team more or less formed a cheerleading squad around the tech department, because none of us otherwise can do anything at that point. It's just hope there aren't that many bugs.
See, art assets and such are already done, so we just got like palm leaves and just went like this. Hey guys, do you need something? Do you need a drink?
Yeah, they might. We had a few, like everyone, we had a few quick hot fixes and a few big requests from the community that got out like in the first or second week. But overall, it went well. I think we didn't have any huge hiccups, and we're really happy with how the release went.
For sure.
I mean, the scores were good as well, so we are all happy.
Yeah, for sure.
People seem to like it, so it's all good for us.
Definitely.
I love it too.
Yeah.
I got addicted to it the first day I played it. So yeah.
And now we really liked it from the get-go, for sure.
It's my favorite type of game. I love the like building stuff and managing your factory, and it's my type of game. So yeah,
for sure.
Awesome.
And the community likes it as well, I think. And they've done some weird stuff with the game as well. I've heard tale of catapult cultists and speedrunners even.
Speedrunners.
Yeah, where to start? I mean, the catapult. If I ask you, Anna, were there any that were a bit more profitable or good than the rest when you played? Because we noticed this trend when it came to watching streams and watching. Here's some image. That some people figured out really soon that catapult seems to be quite profitable.
Yeah, they
are. We should really make more catapults. It went so far that after a while we had people on the Discord and in the community sort of starting this cult going on where all you need is catapults. That's all you're going to build. And it was sort of our fault, because there was this, I'm not going to say a bug, but a sort of, I think it was oversight. Where,
it was like a parameter error.
Yeah, like a small fix where, so they actually pop up too often, so you can easily get ready for them and make lots of them and still bank enough cash to just keep going.
But a catapult for me is a fun product as well, because many of the early streams, they saw the catapult as a product, and then they ordered like a lot, like way too many, because this is going to be great. and then they run out of space, and they they underestimate how many steps there are. So that's the typical. That's one of the products that put you in a position where you start to sell your machines, and you make it out with the skin of your teeth, and you're you're about to go bankrupt, and then you deliver and save the game, and every streamer is like, yes.
Clutch.
So this unintentionally cool thing where the product people like to build the most is sort of a suicide mission the first time, because you're not really prepared for it. There's just way too many pieces, and it's just a lot of fun watching streams when people do these things the first time. Or I mean, we had a lot of fun watching streams the first few weeks, just seeing people, I mean, see an explosion for the first time, or do an advanced product for the first time. And I mean, all the win screens people sent in when they won the game, that was just awesome to see how I wanted to share the thing on Discord and just sort of stamp their own, like we made it, and it's just like a bunch of these just showing up on the channel. So that's just warms our heart every day when we log in. There's a new win screen now and then with someone just saying, I made it too. So
I can relate, even because I remember finishing the game for the first time, and the late game challenges, the late game tasks that you get, they are really difficult, actually.
They are, yeah.
So I feel that pride as well. It's sure, the first couple milestones, they're easy enough to get, but the later ones, you got to work for them for sure.
Yeah. We were a bit worried people would be scared off by the difficulty, but I think it worked out in the end. It starts off slow, and then we slowly ramp up the complexity, and players learn how the game works in detail as they go along. Because in the beginning, it's not really that picky how you play,
right?
But later on, you sort of figure out the nuances and the small things that makes it much more profitable and so on.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
It kind of feels like that makes for cool moments on like streams and such as well, when they just barely make it out and the chat goes wild, like, do this, try this. So that's kind of that's almost the heart of the experience. A Little Big Workshop is the fluctuation in your economy, and you go all in on something, and then just try to like stick it through. So it's been generating many cool moments.
Yeah. And even once you complete it, there are a couple of just for the sake of it, a couple of achievements that are just there to challenge you even more. And there's been a lot of people doing. I mean, once they completed those, they just came up with their own challenges, just for fun, which was really fun to follow in the Discord and the channels where people. I mean, how could I make it even more hard? What if you couldn't expand your plots at all? Like, beat the game without expanding? So there were lots of people, discussing this in the channels. And I mean, I have a picture of.
You sent us that picture. What's going on here? What's going on here?
It is silly, but still amazing. It's what happens when there's one step along the way that has this challenge where you have to have enough assets to reach sort of like a network or value of your factory. So you have to have a big enough factory to complete a milestone. And normally people just expand the factory and buy machines and stuff, but this guy, he didn't have room for it. So he figured out, the signs still apply for this. So if I just grab the most expensive sign in the game and I just spam them, I can still make them. It's just kind of thing where I did not expect that.
Nope. It's not stupid if it works, though, right?
I mean, I can't recall which, if there's a Krundog or a Lekko, which one, but one of all the Discord guys. It was just awesome to follow this and see what they were up to.
And the community, they end up figuring out the game better than we do, especially me as an artist. I don't really know the ins and outs, but these guys, they submit Excel sheets of potential factories and discuss the pros and cons of these builds, and we go, oh shit, you can do that.
Wow,
that's amazing.
They really figured the game out, and they're always trading tips and such. So it's been really cool.
Amazing. Awesome. And talking about finishing the game and challenges and stuff, I've heard that some people actually tried speedrunning the game. And how long, or how fast were the fastest speedruns, and how long did you initially think it would take you at least to to finish the game.
There's a social post somewhere.
Oh yeah. Was it on Instagram or one of the social medias? We found that a person that had like the had a YouTube video with the world record of LBV, and we were like, "There's a world record." He beat him how fast, you know?
Wow.
It turns out, yeah, it's the record at 2 hours and 46, and I can tell you, none of us got that even close to that.
No,
So
never.
Wow.
To be fair, no one even tried because it's just such a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
we know the rules. We know the rules. I guess beat all the milestones. I don't know.
Yeah.
And any percent, I like seeing labels like that because I get this idea. There's someone sort of setting up rules for how to speedrun LBV. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
on
cool.
these official speedrunning sites, there's a certain rule set for every category for sure, and somebody's moderating those as well. Like people are actually watching and judging those speedruns and see if they're legit.
Wow.
So yeah, there's no cheating and stuff like that.
That's so much commitment.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's amazing. It's impressive. I like it, and because especially a game like this, I played it for the first time, and I was like, okay, it took me like, I don't know, 40 hours or something to finish it. Maybe not 40 hours, maybe 35, something like that. Something in that ballpark. I don't remember exactly. And I was like, yeah, it's a sizable game. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's it's a lot of time, well spent, and not even 3 hours. That's crazy.
I think we were going for 15-20ish for an average playthrough.
Yeah.
I think most people restart at least once. So I think that's the ballpark. Most people who review it say they've completed it seem to have about 30 hours.
Yeah,
on Steam, so
30-ish. Yeah.
yeah.
If you try to get all the achievements, it takes a bit longer.
Yeah, they must have had a crazy strategy set up.
Definitely. Probably built a lot of catapults, I would assume.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's going to be the next plan, like post catapult fix or pre catapult
Yeah.
fix. That's gonna be brand.
Catapult percent. Or yeah.
But yeah, maybe I didn't say we actually had to. I sort of apologized to the catapult earlier because we had to patch that out because it wasn't actually intentional. So,
Yeah, it was a bit too much.
sorry again, but no, we couldn't keep it. It was a bit too much.
Of course.
Sorry, guys.
Of course. That's how it is. Right. Our time is slowly coming to an end, but let's talk a little bit about the future of Little Big Workshop.
Yes.
I think this is what most people are here for. What's next? What's coming?
Get that old stuff out of the way so we can hear new things. So yeah, we almost since release, we had plans and ideas for what to do next with LBE, and we had concepts and things we wanted to do, and we've been toiling away since it came out on something. And today is the day when we finally get to say something about what it is.
Okay.
So exciting.
Yeah, we just roll the clip.
Just roll the clip. All right, let's
Are you
go.
ready, kids?
Let's go. Are you ready? Woo. I think we need to talk about this.
Yes, let's talk.
What's going on? What is going on there?
Yeah, so Little Workshop is getting a DLC. We are expanding with more content and more fun stuff we want to play with. So it's been in the work for quite a while, and it's just finally we can talk about it. So yeah,
That's so exciting.
where to start? It's, I mean, originally the original game had, I mean, when we developed it, it had this sort of almost simulation serious feel to it, where we even had plans for maybe this could be used in, I mean, actual education and stuff, if we made like a adaptation for it and so on. But, I mean, the further we went into development, we realized, you know, it's better to just keep it light, and we can still do all the serious things, but keep it really lighthearted and fun. And I mean, for this DLC, we just went all in on the fun, really.
Clearly.
yeah.
Yeah, like I think when we started discussing the theming of the DLC, I think one of you guys came up with the idea of like playing Bloods, and that kind of snowballed into well this. So
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
We were sitting here brainstorming. What could we do for it? What would be a good DLC for Little Big Workshop? We're like, everybody hates blood, so we'll make them work for him.
Yes.
That's the setup. You are in this game or this DLC. You are actually Blood's apprentice of sorts. So you get to be the evil one. So this DLC will be the moment when you can sort of take revenge on all those phone calls you got in the original game. You can be the guy sending all these nasty products on other opponents. So there's this competitive thing going on where it's not just reaching milestones and so on. It's more of a competition now, and it's I can't wait to share the details leading up to release and talk more about it in the future. Yeah,
and the aesthetics have gotten a huge overall, as you can see.
It's beautiful.
We always thank you. We always went for like the cutesy aesthetic, but we are huge fans of like comedic horror and that kind of stuff. So we felt if we're gonna be bad and we're gonna be super inspiration from classic horror and mash it up with like a super villain aesthetic. So you got your workers are now like cyborgs and they're like evil minions and monsters and such, and it's been so much fun to develop.
I mean, I think the previous game had this sort of retro feel to it as well. I think this one does too, but we are more towards the 80s ish. So it's got a few more modern touches to the sort of, I mean, the game in general and the vibe and the style of the whole thing. Yeah, so it's just cool to finally share it. I'm just happy to see all the reactions in chat already. I see how
Yeah.
people
I'm a huge fan of the new decorations, by the way.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Oh,
it's funny. We felt like the table in Little Big Workshop is within the art department. We always felt like that is the in-game world does not interact with the external world. It's just an aesthetic, really.
Yeah.
And but I want to elevate this so that this new theme goes hand in hand with the evil theme in a way that will be nice, purely from an aesthetic, with the colors and everything. So we went for more like a late 80s, early 90s, like electrician, cyberpunky-esque aesthetic, and that would completely clash with the original game to make this feel like a new experience.
But yeah, it's still the same. It's still got the same core idea that you like in the original game. So we hope this is going to be targeted to people who like the original game, obviously, and it's going to be a bit more challenging. But it's still going to be about building products, managing your plans, managing your layouts. So it's going to feel definitely familiar. So it's not like a complete new route with weird things, but it's a new twist to it. And just looking forward to see what everyone can do with that one and how.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to share details as well. But for now, we don't have a release date yet. That's obviously that was the most asked question. Unfortunately, we don't have a release date yet, but we'll let you know as soon as we can. And it is in the works, and it's obviously not only aesthetic. There's a lot of new features and new mechanics that really they add to the core experience. I feel like.
Yeah.
The core experience, as you said, the core experience is still Little Big Workshop, but all these extra mechanics add to this experience, and I'm super hyped for it. It's going to be amazing.
Cool, it's awesome. Yeah.
All right, I think that's all the time we have, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
It's been amazing. It's been insightful, And I think we'll send the people off with showing them the trailer once again, maybe.
Yeah, let's do
How
it.
Thanks.
about that?
Thanks for having us, and
Absolutely.
you'll see us soon enough, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for watching. It's been super cool to finally be able to show this to you.
Yeah.
We've been tinkering away at it, and we've been so excited for this
Yeah.
to let see. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I hope you all like it, and take care, everybody.
I'm sure they will.
Take care, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Much love. See you soon.
Bye.